Hello, I'm going to be doing a story today about getting overcharged at a restaurant. So I've been to this restaurant before many times, and I went with one of my friends. And this whole time, this waiter was being very rude to us, and we were thinking that maybe she was having a bad day, and sometimes people have bad days, so just try to treat people nicely because we never know what anyone's going through. But then we saw her interacting with other guests at their table, and she was being really nice to them. So then at that point, we kind of realized that she was kind of being mean to us on purpose, not like she was going through a bad day or something like that. And which was kind of annoying because it's like you go somewhere for a service, and I totally understand that sometimes working can be very hard, especially like when you're like towards the end of your shift or your day of working. You just kind of like want to go home, but like it wasn't like, oh, I'm tired, I want to go home, I want to rest, I want to just get off work. It was more like purposely being mean and like rolling her eyes at us and taking really long to get things, which again, I totally understand, like if people were busy, like at a restaurant, like sometimes it's like rush hour or something, but like everyone else that like was serving, because the tables were close together and it's not that big of a restaurant, so you can kind of see like where the waiters and the other, it's just kind of annoying to have that kind of service. And I'm not sure what like made her treat us that way, because we were always nice to her, like, oh, thank you, please, like when you have a second, can you please bring us like whatever food we ordered. And so we were always being in a respectful manner. We're never like mean to her, because we understand that like when someone's a waiter or something, it's their job, and it's just everything is better if you're nice to someone. Like there's no point in being mean to anybody. Like it doesn't make anything better. So we always try to be like the most respectful as possible and have manners when we talk to anybody, even if maybe it's not a fun situation. So the whole like juicy part of this is, so we went to go pay whatever, we split the bill, and then like we left, and I thought it was just gonna be that, like, okay, I went to go get food at a really good restaurant and the service was kind of bad, like whatever, just didn't think anything of it. And then in the morning, the next day, I decided to check my card to see like what to just, I guess, check my card. I don't know, I had a feeling. And then I found out I was charged a tip, which was more than the bill. Which, it's totally okay if I had actually have given this tip. I feel like I would remember giving a tip bigger than what the actual bill was. And, side note, you should tip your servers and waiters and service people. And then I called the restaurant because I was like concerned. I was like, I don't remember doing this. And then the person who told me, actually, I asked like, when was the tip added? Because like in the service machines, like if you worked, like in the service industry, like at a restaurant or like cafe, in the machines it can show you like if the tip was added like manually, like or like how the tip was given, because sometimes people will give a cash tip or something. And so the tip was actually added after we had left, after the card was charged, like I guess later in the night. I just know that she told me it was like after the bill was done. So I'm assuming like maybe she went back later, which I find that very interesting because I would say this restaurant is like kind of busy, like a decent amount of busy, like when we were there, and I don't know if it got more busy, but like that's a lot of people you're serving, and you have to and you remember to go back and overcharge or something. And the interesting thing is that when I came back with my friend, she did not get overcharged. It was just me. So I don't know what happened and why, but it is very annoying. And I honestly haven't been back to that restaurant, even though their food is delicious and everything. But you know, I don't want to allow people to think that that kind of behavior is okay. Like, if we have an issue, you know, we're grown adults, let's talk about it. You know, like, there's nothing wrong with taking accountability for your actions, and learning from them and growing. So it's just like very upsetting to go somewhere after work and then just have that happen to you. So the moral of the story, I guess, is use cash, and you know, you tip your waiters and your servers, obviously, like after you go eat, or like you use a service like that. But I just recommend just use cash. Don't use cards. That way, like, you can't get overcharged, or people can't go in and add stuff to the bill or whatever it may be. And you can still tip like an appropriate amount on the service tab, like if you get good service, you know, like tip. But it's just sucky. So anyways, that is my hot, juicy story of how I was overcharged when I just wanted to go to dinner and eat good food and talk. That's it. And I hope that I do not have any more stories like these, because it was very annoying and I'm very angry. Anyways, yeah. Bye.